Hey guys, Mango Recaps here. Today, I am going to explain Season 1 Episode 2 of the South Korean action crime thriller drama television series, titled Taxi Driver. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and please take care. As a disclaimer, this video includes my own analysis, commentary, and it's not a substitute of the full movie. Click the link below to watch, buy or rent the movie. This episode begins by showing Dookie in the secret basement inside the headquarters of Rainbow Taxi. There is the bike, deluxe taxi, and numerous tools, gadgets, and computer appliances that are used while targeting the abuser. It turns out that Dookie's mother was killed by the murderer, which was shown in episode 1. Sung Cheol also explains the motives to operate his mission. He doesn't want the monster walking freely after minor punishment. He doesn't believe in the justice provided by the police, prosecutors, and the court. He doesn't want punishment to be decided by the corrupt system. The crime committed by those monsters is way beyond mercy. So he further adds that he has been preparing the way to fight against them. Sung Cheol revealed that, 20 years ago, his parents were murdered in the exact room by some monster, and he is walking freely now. Justice will be served only when they get revenge for their beloved departed. The episode cut us back to the present. After the acceptance of Maria to get revenge, Dookie visits the factory and estimates the wages to be recovered for Maria, including her emotional distress. To do so, he meets up with Ju-chan and tells him that he is there to purchase Jiatkal. When Dookie shows the briefcase full of cash, greedy Jong-gun asks Dookie to deal with him, as he is in charge of handling Jiatkal. They reach an agreement, where he gives a 50% advance for 50 barrels in the 2 days deadline. Afterward, when Ju-chan and Jong-gun check their supplies, the drum is full of maggots. Instead of throwing it, Ju-chan tells Jong-gun to clean it, and dispatch it to the military and school. Dookie has installed the microphone chip, and it turned out that they import low-grade Jiatkal from China, and changed the label to saying, Made in Korea. Well, the lady, Jong-suk, who has brought Maria to work, also turns out to be a broker to bring disabled people for some money. She is also an insurance agent and smartly has taken her insurance policy of Maria from her half salary. If Maria dies, then the whole money goes to Ju-chan, as she has put his name as beneficiary. Meanwhile, Sung Cheol visits Jong-suk Insurance Company, and promises to take a huge policy. Afterward, he purposely drives near her, splashing slush and water on her. He apologizes to her and offers her a lift. As soon as she enters the car, she is tasered and taken to a fermented food factory. They locked her in the barrel like Maria, and left her in the cold freezer. To leave no evidence, Sung Cheol burns his car in the middle of nowhere. Afterward, at the port, Jong-gun is there to receive the shipment from China. He waits for night to move the container to the factory in fear of disclosing their harsh truth. Dookie stands up in front of his car, flashing a high beam and making Jong-gun completely blind. When Jong-gun gets down from his truck to talk with him, Dookie punches him and knocks him out. Dookie has a mask on his face, hiding his identity. He then steals all the shipments. Then next day, he visits the factory. Ju-chan apologizes and tells the incident. Interestingly, Dookie again orders them to add 20 more drums and gives bundles of notes. In the next scene, corrupt Chief Kim from the police station is tipped about Kong Maria. He is heading toward her location of her, unknown about the situation that is going to happen to him very soon. Dookie is back on the road with the deluxe taxi. He installs the ram on his bumper and follows him. Dookie hits him from behind and ultimately flips the car. Before he leaves behind the accident police car, he takes the dashcam from it, leaving no traces behind. Meanwhile, Hana arrives at the burnt taxi location. She finds a fake license plate. This triggers her and quickly identifies that taxi is one of the 2 taxis involved in Doochul case. At the same time, she receives a call from Deputy Chief Prosecutor, who demands her to be in the office to work with the Bluebird, but not at the crime scene. She rushes to her office where the Deputy Chief scolds her, and threatens to suspend her if she disobeys him again. The Bluebird office happens to be inside the prosecution building. Sung Cheol comforts her and takes her inside his office. Shortly, she asks him about the taxi driver criteria, as he is an expert in these fields. Sung Cheol tells her that, to be a deluxe taxi driver, they needs to have several credentials. According to him, the drivers need to have a minimum of 10 years of driving experience with 0 accident records. He further adds that drivers are usually in their 40s with excellent driving skills. They cannot speed and must have high morale with extreme capabilities to handle any situation. Purposely, he is diverting the case in another direction. Yes, this is contrary to what we know about Dookie. At Rainbow Taxi, Maria is working on the computer as she has always wanted. When Go-eun offers to have dinner with her, she finds that Maria takes birth control pills. This was given by Jung Jian misleading her, and asking her to take it daily to remain happy and healthy. Later again, Dookie blocks the way to Jung Jian's truck, but this time, Jung Jian has brought his troops to fight against him. Dookie fights with them and knocks out Jung Jian like earlier, and finally removes his mask. Jung Cheon is tied in some warehouse and calls Ju Chan to fulfill the consignment by tomorrow, otherwise, he will charge a penalty for the breach of contract. Later Dookie visits the company and tells Ju Chan that he is a Jiakal thief. The fight breaks out between them. Unfortunately, Dookie's mask is off. When Ju Chan throws a thing on his face, Ju Chan is astounded to find that the Jiakal thief is none other than the same person who has given them a huge order of Jiakal. Dookie then punches Ju Chan's face, and does to him exactly what he did to Maria, from dipping his face in the water to locking him inside the barrel. The next day, Dookie and Ms. Beck meet in the middle of nowhere. She doesn't leave a chance to turn him against Sung Cheol, and also offers him a job with a handsome salary. He remains silent the whole time. Afterward, Sung Cheol digs out more information about the company, and with the company amount from the bank, he plans to open cooperatives where employees from the company will be getting a fair share from the profit. And also made the provision that disabled workers will own the company onward. With the case of Maria solved, Dookie visits Sung Cheol and tells him about the offer made by Ms. Beck. Sung Cheol informs him about the targets. He also promises that he won't be using Succumb to Evil but will be using his methods to win. According to him, he will collect all the garbage around them and quarantine them from the rest of the world forever. Then the episode cut us to the next scene where Hana is closely watching the CCTV footage of the tunnel. She is desperate enough to solve the case and finally confirms that there was 2 taxis behind the disappearance of Du Chul. The next morning, she goes to the Rainbow Taxis company, and meets Dookie on her way. When Hana asks about the taxi, Dookie stops her in the middle, and suggests parking her car in the designated area because her car is blocking the way of several taxis. Though she apologizes to him for her action, Dookie asks her to park her car first, completely ignoring her question. Finally, Maria is again united with her orphanage friends. The episode ends here. Please, subscribe to watch new movies recaps, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to support the channel.